Mm. Just turning summer here. It's beautiful. Okay, Jakub, welcome.
Hello, Isaac.
Greetings.
May I just sit with you for a
With
bit?
absolute pleasure. I like how you're listening as you're sitting quietly, because I'm inviting you energetically and your system is listening, it's responding.
That's good.
Mm. In my view, it's helpful to keep your eyes open, but you're welcome to do what feels good to you. What do you notice when we just rest here like this?
Very soft, like energy is unfolding,
Mm.
and a little tension in the belly.
Mm. And the capacity to rest is getting easier.
Yes.
Good. And then in that resting without any effort, there's still the capacity to notice things, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Simple.
It's just this, between satsangs during the day, like this habit, it's so strange. So, like either this social media or chess. I play chess sometimes, and now it's online, so you can play all the time. And I think it's not good because you think a lot, you know.
It's a different kind of thinking. You know, my sense is also it's a beautiful training to get quiet and just to get an overall view of what's happening without overthinking it. Just a really so you can use it as a doorway.
Is it like when yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Mm.
And also learning how to not to take loss
Mm.
personally.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's a lot of little things to learn there. It's beautiful. Mm. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jakob. Mm. Vedanta. How's it to meet like this?
I feel, yeah. I touch still what he was talking about the last weeks, also with media, and with me. I see a lot.
Can you can you come a little bit closer to your microphone?
I thought it would be from here. Okay.
Yeah.
It's it's so, I touch so much this really to see that we have no choice, not the other, not me, and it's not so fast. It is really cracking my heart actually. Yeah, and to see all the defense, control, and to see how much we hurt ourselves, but we can't help when we can't see it. Actually.
Yeah. So it's not correct to say that we hurt ourselves.
Also, okay.
It's more correct to say that these patterns are painful.
Yes,
yeah.
Very, very.
And they're unconscious. Nobody does them.
Yes. But it is so subtle that we think somebody has done it or I do it again and again. And then all goes together. The control is happening then so strongly. So I just sit with this and watch it. And I feel so grateful for, just that even when you ask, please help, or I don't know what, that we have to find it ourselves. And this is so also sometimes, when I said you didn't meet me, it was exactly right. It was all okay, but the control and the defense want something else, and that. So,
Thanks, Vedanta. You just I see you. Hey. I love how exploring is happening.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah, it's really nice. I felt like there was something. Well, it seemed to me that I noticed this little boy that it seemed like he felt safe finally to relax a bit and not to move away. Notice this kind of pull or invitation to open up more, and there's this. I'm not sure how to describe it, but there is a desire but a hesitation to do so, something like that. So it's like it's happening, but it's slow movements in and out.
So, a question. I'm just going to take off my sweater. This opening, is it happening by itself or are you doing it?
Yeah, it seems just to be happening by itself.
Yeah.
And then there is an aspect to it.
Yeah. There's a noticing that it's happening. And as it's happening too, it gets more beautiful.
Mm.
And so somehow then, like the system or something just keeps exploring. Wow, it's good. And then subtle relaxing starts to happen that you didn't even realize was tense, you know? It's just like, yeah. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Great with this.
Thank you. That was amazing.
So beautiful. For those of you with the cameras off, I really invite you to turn your cameras on. It's lovely to see each other. Right.
Isaac,
Yeah, Sylvie.
can I sit with you?
Pleasure.
Isaac?
Mm-hmm. Is that Premanjali?
Yes, right.
I'm still with
Oh, sorry.
Sylvie. No problem.
Sorry, I didn't know.
No problem.
What do you notice in my system, Isaac?
Seems like the capacity to rest without the mechanisms called Sylvie being so active. It's just a resting and presence and beingness. It's not personalized, not getting taken for Sylvie, something like that. Can you relate?
Yeah.
Mm.
It feels very transparent and open and loving and
Yeah, yeah.
source.
Mm.
And at the same time, they're still trying to avoid certain feelings, some sadness.
Yeah, and so that's noticed, right?
Yeah.
And so then the only question is in the noticing of it, can you just notice that it's happening without getting involved, so to speak, without believing in it and joining in that dance, just, okay, some things, yeah, some old movements are happening. Nobody's doing them. They're seen. It's like, in different traditions, it's been called different ways. It's like, having the front door and the back door open so these mechanisms can come in one door and go out the other, and you don't feed them tea or anything in the meantime.
Yeah.
They can just move through.
one day I will feel safe enough to let it come.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, it's coming by itself anyway, and you know, it comes and it goes. You can't hold on to it, even if you wanted to. It just comes and goes, and then there might be some resistance to it, or in that scene, it's all okay.
Yeah, it came twice, and I suppressed it. I saw it, I felt it, and I was like, "Oh, okay," and I was gone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's interesting. It's only language, but the suppressing was noticed. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who did that?
A mechanism in me. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What's the difference between saying I suppressed it and it just this activity of suppression arose? Yeah.
Yeah, it's shifting now.
Yeah.
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 A huge shift on it now, so that's beautiful.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Sylvie.
Thank you.
Pramanjali. Roger. Thanks, Roger.
Hmm?
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Me
feel
too.
very grateful. It's all here.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank my heart. Yeah. Thank you.
Pressure.
Hi, Isaac. I just felt excitement, so I'm curious what is coming up. Hmm. Oh, you are tired. So I can only offer excitement. Do you want this? It's beautiful, Isaac. Thank you for your mounting being again and again.
Hello, Isaac.
Miriam.
Hi. Hello. Maybe you like to explore with me something.
With pleasure.
There's been an activation in my system for, I think, maybe a week. And it comes and it goes, and I can be with it, I think. But it's sometimes very hard. And I was really, really upset last night and this night, last night, the whole night. And I couldn't sleep. And something to do with being rejected and not wanted, or something very familiar and very old and very strong. And I'm always afraid to be rejected in this for years, I think. So.
Okay. So look, whatever's coming up, we can try and understand it, we can whatever, but in my view, let's just meet here gently, no agenda. Whatever's there, we just watch very carefully and just see, just in present time, because, it can be old information that you never got from your parents. It can even be ancestral. We don't know. But we do know that when we rest and there's a sense of safety, that if your system is lacking some information, it can get it. So we don't have to figure out what it is. We know each other in a deep way, and we just rest together. And then let's see what happens.
Yes.
And just nothing to figure out and no one to figure it out. Just resting as that awareness. And then just noticing the different sensations, movements that happen.
It's
and
like,
how in those movements, it feels like there's someone and it feels like there's an issue and all that stuff, yeah?
yeah. It's some kind of nervous energy. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. I'd say in almost all these different expressions of life, how many of us had parents that weren't carrying all kinds of trauma and old information? I don't think any of us was spared that. So we're carrying. So it's not personal, it plays. And so we just here, and present. Nothing to solve. No agenda to get anywhere. Just here. And I'm with you. Whatever this is, you're not in it alone. And whatever my system has explored, you're so welcome to download it. It's all information. That's all it is, you know. What we call memories is information. What we call patterns is just information. Yeah. Habits and just sensing you could say the frequency of the invitation that you call me. Just tuning into that. You can either be focused on what's happening in you, or you can be focused in how our systems are meeting each other, or you can just be sensing the invitation that's coming off me. There's just so many different ways to focus, right? Just maybe for a moment, just tell me, how do you sense the invitation that's coming through the system? How does it invite your system?
Mm. It's lovely, yeah.
Mm.
It's
Just
yeah. It's how to observe, huh? It's nice to
beautiful.
focus on you and me.
Yeah. And how do our systems meet each other?
Very sweet and kind, yeah.
Beautiful. And just in that quality of meeting, and that just sense what happens in your system in that quality of meeting. Does it get new information? Does something?
It's really nice to feel that I'm not alone in this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and just feel how that invites different chemicals, different neural pathways. Yeah. Just feeling how your cells respond, your organs respond, your whole system just responds to being met like this.
Yeah, it's very big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as that bigness, then whatever's being playing, it can have space here. We don't have to do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
It can't touch this that you are. It can't even touch it. It's old information. That's all.
Yeah, it's very familiar old information, and it can, yeah.
It has no power, you know. It has no power unless our attention goes to it and doesn't want it. That's what gives it power.
Yeah, but yesterday I got.
And it does that sometimes.
Yeah.
You could say it just does. That's the automatic.
Yeah.
Nobody does it, but it does it. But right here now, it has no power whatsoever, and your system is just enjoying and resting as its own magnificence. It's its own beauty, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And just sense fresh again. How does your system meet my system? Just all the finenesses, all the different ways in which it
I love to tell you something, but if it's possible, if it's okay.
Sure, with pleasure.
I was exploring this yesterday, so in myself and just being with it, and then I got an email of a very old friend of mine, and she sent me a text like, "I don't want to be friends with you anymore," like. And oh my God, it's like a big trigger. So I was so
Let's slow that down. Those are the words that got expressed, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now feel in and listen really carefully what's actually being said.
What she means, you mean, to me. What she means with her
Yeah.
words. Yeah.
Yeah. What's actually being said? What's the actual conversation going on?
I don't understand. I think that's what the mind keeps spinning then. Yeah.
Yes, I understand. So, yeah, she's taking the trouble to communicate.
Yeah.
And what she's saying in words, in her own clumsy way, I don't want to be friends with you anymore.
Mhm.
Underneath that, what's happening?
With her or with us or with me or
With
what?
her, in her, as in consciousness.
It's too much
Hmm?
for her. I don't know. She can't handle it, or it's too much for her. Or...
Okay, yeah, so okay, she can't handle it.
Yeah.
Okay, she can't handle it. So now underneath that what's happening? Underneath that, what's she's saying?
I don't know.
So we're just listening, yeah? It's expressing, I don't want to be friends with you.
Mm-hmm.
But something is under that expression, for sure. I
think
can't handle it, might be one.
she's upset or something. I don't know.
She's upset. She's upset, yeah. And somehow she thinks it has something to do with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if someone thinks it has something to do with you, do you have to take it? Or can you just feel with her and say, oh, I see, something's happening in you and I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. You're in my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how does it feel to see it like that?
And accepting what she says, just respecting it, and
Yeah, I mean, it's what she says is, in a way, to me, it doesn't mean anything.
to you mean?
Yeah. Someone says, I don't want to be friends with you. What does that mean?
Yeah. I've done something wrong or something like that.
No. It can be taken that way.
Mm. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah.
I know it already, but still.
Yeah. So someone says, I mean, what's it got to do with you? And even what's it got to do with her?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something in her is having difficulty and it's being projected. Has that ever happened in you?
Mm-hmm.
Probably 1 million times or more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. It's happened in me. I'm sure it's happened in all of us.
So there's where we were before. There's this, and this is in the space, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And somehow there's been a way that it got taken personally, that it went into like a looping, you could say, like that.
Yeah.
And your attention got fixated on it and then trying to understand.
I already was activated in my system, that
Yeah.
pattern, and so it just made it
Yeah. How beautiful. So it's a big opportunity just to rest.
Yeah. And to make my body rest.
Yeah. So the body will rest if the mind doesn't keep getting involved with it and doesn't keep chewing on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure. If the mind is keeping on chewing on it, the body cannot rest. So in order for the mind to quieten down, in a way, there's an inquiry going on. Just, okay, wow, I see the system responded in a way of taking it personally. But I'm just checking, is it actually personal? And the way it's responding, would you call it useful or necessary? Would you recommend it to your friends and neighbors? Or can you see it's just an automaticity that's playing based on old information. And all the trying to understand it and fix it and all that stuff, it's just part of that old information. It goes nowhere, only keeps this difficulty alive and can't sleep then. And plays the same in me. I'm sure it plays the same in everybody here. It's not personal. And it doesn't take much. Just,
Yeah, but there's an interest too in the sensations. And,
yeah. So somewhere in there, there's wanting to fix, change, or get rid of.
Earlier, with you talking to another person from the group from Iceland, I think, and I felt it melt in my heart, and it was completely relaxed. So, it's for a week now, or I don't know. I'm on the ocean, and then I was relaxed, and so strong waves. Yeah.
So right here, right now, coming back just to this moment, sensing, feeling this field, feeling how your system responds to being met like this. What comes alive?
Yeah, it feels met. Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah. Yeah.
All the cells are met. All the cells.
Yeah. So is it more interesting to meet like this, or do you want to try and figure out what was happening for the last week?
Well, I just wanted to tell you that it is.
I understand. Yeah, I'm just joking in a way, but you can see, yeah, the mind works. Oh, it's beautiful now, but I want to. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, exquisite, beautiful. Thanks for bringing that.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey Isaac, hey
Gabby.
everyone.
Welcome, Gabby.
No, it's me, it's
Was it?
Andrea.
Oh, it was Andrea.
Yeah.
I saw Gabby, so I'm with Gabby,
Okay.
and you can be next, Andrea.
Yeah, sure.
Am I on? Yes, I'm turned on. Do you hear me?
You're on, and I see you,
Hello, Isaac.
Gabby.
Just would like to be with you.
So welcome.
Feel better this way.
How does your system enjoy being met like this?
It just begins to enjoy a little.
Far out. Nice. I posted what I found was a very sweet clip today on Facebook. Students, Einstein would always ask him, "Do you believe in God?" And he would respond, "I believe in the God of Spinoza." And for people that didn't know Spinoza, they didn't know what he was referring to. But Spinoza was all about enjoying life, and yeah.
Yeah, there's a few really challenging issues, and enjoyment is not always easy.
Yeah. Suffering is harder.
Suffering is hard. Yeah. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Debbie.
Thank you.
Big love. Andrea.
Yes,
Trin.
both here.
Yes, welcome.
I can't see you at the moment. I
Ah,
pinned Gabby's,
hello.
that's the reason. Hi.
Okay. You want to hear a joke?
Yes.
Okay. You know the Amish. You know who the Amish are?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They discovered that they don't get COVID at all. And they were trying to figure out why they don't get COVID. And they discovered it's because they don't have TVs.
I already read it. Yeah. Yeah. Good to meet you in such an easy and simple way.
Yeah. Nowhere to go, no one to go there. Love meeting love. Nothing to do. That which you are, you already are. Love recognizing its own nature. Simple.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, exquisite.
And thank you all.
Yes.
Isaac?
Afia. Hey.
I was having huge cramps in my womb. And now when I sit with you, it immediately flows into my legs.
Oh, fantastic.
And it's funny. It feels really nice to like show myself, because it's like the day in the month where I don't want to show myself. But it's actually really nice
I love it.
to just meet here. Yeah.
Yeah. And be received and enjoyed.
Yeah. Huh.
I love that everything is welcome here. Everything.
Yes, it feels like my system slowly starts to believe that it's really everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so interesting because the cramp really dissolves in something much bigger.
Mm.
I have to ask, does it not feel like a burden to you?
Sure. No, not at all.
Yeah, I feel it, but
yeah.
something believes that.
Yeah. I love somehow in how we meet, there's an honesty, a vulnerability, and a willingness just to include everything. It's just, it's exquisite. So I literally feel privileged. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel more and more the urge to want to show it all. Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Feels a little bit exhibitionistic. How do you say
it? It's, like children don't have that label. They just are, right?
That's
It's like they just,
That's
Yeah, somehow that's a Dutch conditioning. If you just naked, then you're exhibitionistic or something.
yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thank you. Oh, Matthias. Hey.
Hi, Isaac. Can we just sit together a few minutes?
With big pleasure.
Wonderful.
How would you describe?
Interesting. Something is relaxing and something is intensifying. Something is becoming clearer and more distinguished in a way.
Very cool.
Yeah. What do you sense?
Everything you just said, yeah, just like, in most of us there's an activity that goes on that is the sense of I. And it's such a habit, you could say, it just does its thing. And then when we have a moment like this to sit, suddenly that activity starts to reveal itself and it's just not interesting. And so it opens up into awareness, pure space, you could say. Then that activity just doesn't matter if it's happening or not. It's not so interesting. It's just an activity and things relax and something like that. Yeah. And the heart can just meet itself, without that activity kind of playing. Just meets itself as love. It's beautiful.
What I notice when I wake up in the mornings often that this identification is strong. So it takes me often like an hour or two kind of to unwind.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, in a way, it's when we're sleeping, then everything that's going on under the surface, so to say, plays. There's nothing trying to control it, so it comes up as dreams, and so we often wake up into that unconscious movements that have been playing, and yeah, beautiful. It's a good opportunity, not a bad. It's perfect.
There's something more dense coming to the surface now.
It's back to open so it can come and go. Yeah, beauty, Matis.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to say goodbye to all. Big love. Thank you for showing up. Yeah. Thank you, Sylvie, for hosting. Yeah. So.
Thank you, Sylvie, for hosting.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvie.
Thank you. Ciao.
Ciao. Thank you. See you next week.